Are we up?
We are up. Should be.
Whoa! All right. Sorry, gang. I'm finishing this piece off, and then we can finally start the do stream. Hello, friends. How are we all doing tonight? Great.
Well, that was aimed at
Doing
us.
pretty all right.
Oh, that was aimed at you guys, yeah.
Yeah, doing
difficulties
great.
tonight.
You guys are the worst improv group I have ever worked with. You got to be there, and you got to, it's yes and comedy. So to start off the night of awkwardness, I brought Mountain Dew Spark Raspberry Lemonade for the stream.
I brought Mountain Dew Original.
I brought homemade Mountain Dew.
Wait, is that Mike's secret stuff?
That's Mike's
That's
Dew.
right, yeah.
It's Mike. Knew it.
Just so everybody's aware, we are not sponsored by Mountain Dew, but I will gladly sell out to them if they are willing. Chris, what do you
Please
got?
give us money.
I'm kind of embarrassed here because I forgot my due today, so I got a boring bottle of water.
Ooh, that pH balance though.
it's the perfect balance, I gotta say. It's
Yeah,
like
must be
9
it.
point.
The secret to Mike's secret stuff is that it's just water too.
Oh,
We're gonna be in Space Jam now? Come on.
I mean, if we are, I
Right.
hope Michael Jordan comes up somewhere.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I've heard he's pretty angry sometimes in real life. But let's move on. Welcome. We are playing Delta Green tonight. I know last week we streamed some Dungeon Crawl Classics, and we're switching it up tonight until we get some stuff figured out. Because it's a system I'm more than fairly familiar with, and two of the people, Zoe and Mike, have played it before. So we're basically just going to use it as an intro game for Nick and Chris. It should stream fairly well, and I'm expecting that we'll get through the scenario in like 2 hours. So I think it fits. For those of you who don't know, Delta Green is an RPG about conspiracy and the government, and Cthulhu mythos. It's based on the basic role-playing system created by Chaosium, because initially Delta Green was a Call of Cthulhu hack. So it's a percentile system. You have, out of 100, you have a score for every skill. When you do a check, you roll a d100. If you roll less than your skill, you pass. If you roll less than your skill and you roll doubles, you crit succeed. If you roll above, you fail. And if you roll above and doubles, you crit fail. And stuff happens. Also, the other thing that's unique about this game is one of your skills is sanity. Sanity is a little bit different because typically you roll sanity when you are encountering things, and usually that means you're going to lose sanity if you fail a roll. There's other stuff kind of around that, but we'll kind of deal with that as we play. But that is kind of the crux of the system. Does anybody have any questions, or did I forget anything, Zoe, Mike?
No, that's the gist of it.
Cool. All right, I'll be monitoring chat too, along with some other people in the group here. So if anybody watching does have questions about it, please feel free to ask them. I'll try not to disrupt the flow, but who knows? I get distracted fairly easily. So, I'm assuming everybody's got their characters done, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Cool. Okay. And I told everybody to be CIA analysts, right?
Yep.
Good. Okay. So this is the way that we're gonna start this then. You guys are 4 fresh academy graduates, brought into the CIA, and ready to make a positive impact on some of the more, call it, disreputable areas of the United States military and or government. So you guys are kind of bright-eyed, not necessarily young, because, people coming into the CIA can be any age, and we'll get to that in a second. But essentially, as you've entered the CIA, you've been working for a couple of weeks, and suddenly your boss has essentially said, "We're going to go on a quick we're getting brought into kind of a quick job. It's being headed out of a different city." And you find the four of you suddenly kind of brought together in a pseudo task force. You're being brought together in kind of the traditional Marriott meeting room. I'm assuming each of you may be from different areas of the country, maybe not, I don't know. But you all find yourselves in this meeting room. It's about 2 p.m. We'll call it a Wednesday, because why not? And nobody has come yet to walk you through what actually is going on. You were basically just given a ticket, told this was going to be something routine, be in this meeting room at 2 p.m., and here you are. So to start off, I guess we can maybe play it this way if we want. Everybody roll luck. So that's not a skill on your sheet. Typically what happens is you roll, if you get below 50, that's a pass. If you get above 50, that's a failure. But roll and tell me what you get.
All right.
49.
Ooh.
64.
37.
Sorry. One quick. Uh, 91.
Okay. So Zoe's character shows up first. Zoe, who is walking into the room?
James Richardson is walking into the room.
Ooh. Where is James gonna sit? It's not it's not a large meeting room. It's kind of compact.
Is it a circular table or a rectangular table?
Rectangular. Like a boardroom.
Okay. He's gonna sit on alongside, right in the middle.
Okay. James was a couple minutes early, so I'm assuming he's just kind of chilling out.
Yeah.
Feeling up the space.
He's an on-time kind of guy,
Yeah. Nick's character is like a minute early, just barely. I'm gonna let the two of you guys describe what your characters look like or do, and figure out how you interact.
James, who is sitting in the room, is a pale-skinned with long dark brown hair, blue eyes, and a mustache. By long, it's like shaggy and like maybe chin length, but not like down to his butt or anything. He's pretty scrawny, wears rectangular glasses, and slightly ill-fitting clothes. They're a little baggy on him. And yeah, sitting there.
All right. In walks Roger Davidson. Tall side of average height. He's older, so an older recruit, maybe middle-aged. Looks very weather-beaten, tanned. Kind of person you imagine has been on a boat a lot. Cropped, graying hair, and I'd say he probably walks into the room, sees someone in there, stretches out his hand, and I'm Roger.
Stands up. He's like, "Oh, I'm James." Shakes your hand.
Nice to meet you, James.
It's great meeting you too.
Where are you from?
I'm from Washington.
Of course you are.
Where are you from?
Georgia.
Ah, nice.
Great. You guys don't get much more time for conversation because a very disheveled person walks in, puts some papers on the kind of stanchion at the front of the room, looks out, surveys the two of you, and is just kind of like, I thought there were supposed to be 4 of you.
Look down at my watch. I'm like, they must be coming any minute now.
Mike, your character walks in now.
Okay. I'm gonna walk in. As if it's not even a big deal that I'm late. Kind of slowly, confidently sit down at the chair, put my boots up on the table, which are like military combat boots. I'm wearing like light khakis, light colors, khakis. Tanned skin, crew cut.
All right. After that, he just kind of stares at you, and it's just like, well, I guess 75% of you isn't that bad. Gary? All right. Well, look, sorry that this is kind of out of nowhere, and I'm assuming that this isn't how you guys were expecting the CIA to operate. But look, sometimes things need to be handled differently depending on the situation. So you guys have been brought in because you've been singled out based on, your aptitude. But mostly you've been brought in because we've noticed an overwhelming sense of discretion within the 3 of you. And Chris, your character walks in at about that point.
All right. So my character, has got a suit on, shorter hair with what appears to starting to be like a bit of like salt and pepper on the sides. Has a slight scar on his chin. And a bit of scruff, and he's just kind of stumbling in. And it's like, sorry, I got mixed up with rooms. I don't know. I think someone gave me the wrong room number.
Yeah, whatever. Look, just get in here, sit down.
All right. And
what was
just
your name
kind of
again?
The name's Frank Ghouls.
Frank. You see him like pull out a card and like look like he's writing something down and then put it back in his pocket.
Okay. And yeah, he just kind of fixes himself up a little bit and just sits at the table.
As I was saying, discretion is the primary piece which we found to be most important for all of you. He looks at his watch. Oh, fuck, I don't have time for this. Okay. Long story short, there's an old accountant, used to work for the NSA. He's just recently died. His apartment is just down the road. We've already had teams go through and whatnot, particularly through his offices and whatnot, because his passing, the government just wants to make sure that he doesn't still have any potential sensitive information and that nothing will potentially get out to the press or to the public, which we deem it not necessary for them to know. Now, you guys are being tasked with going to his place, because my apologies, no team has actually been to his place yet. That's what you guys are doing. Check it out. Recover any information that you deem as being not necessary for the public. Keep track of it, put it in some, fucking file folder boxes, keep it in the trunk of your car, and then give me a call when you're done. He kind of quickly passes out like a couple sheets of paper with his business card on it, or what you assume is his business card on it, that have been kind of paper clipped together. And he's just kind of like, okay, also, I'm going to put the keys to the apartment up on the stanchion here. We don't expect this to take very long, so I'm expecting to hear back from you guys, no later than 6 p.m. Don't feel the need to call me if anything else pops up. I'm busy enough as it is, and you all are adults, so I figure you can, deal with whatever you need to. So, good luck. have fun, and he walks out.
Pretty brief briefing.
All right, I will
Did-
get up and go grab the keys.
Sorry, did anyone catch the address of the guy's house?
I'm looking at the papers.
Okay. On your look, Roger is able to figure. Roger sees a couple of things. One of the sheets of paper is like a map quest directions from the current Marriott where you guys are having the meeting to the house. You do see that it is literally like 3 blocks down the road. You're also seeing that the individual in question was named Clyde Bauman. He was an accountant. It turns out the brief profile in there, he wasn't a full-time accountant for the NSA. He was a contractor, did a lot of work for a bunch of different people, but was brought in by the NSA, more than just the NSA, the CIA, did a little bit of work with the IRS. Pure government boy, based on the kind of 30 years, 40 years of the career it looks like he's had. He's done a ton for them. And the profile just kind of notes that he died of a heart attack about 2 days ago.
Contact question. What's the date today?
Wednesday.
Oh.
That tells us so much.
I mean, okay, sorry. You want me to paint a whole picture for you? It is Wednesday. It is the middle of April.
Mid-April.
You guys find yourselves in a Marriott in Chicago. And it is drizzling outside because it has been gray all morning. It has been gray since you landed in Chicago.
What year is it?
2019.
Cool.
Okay, pre-pandemic, I could work with that.
What time is it now? Time of day?
It's 2 p.m.
Okay. Well, guys, it looks like we've got 4 hours to get this done.
So let's
Let's
book
get
it.
moving.
How are you guys
End up,
getting there? Who all
start
has
walking
cars?
Who's driving?
It's 3 blocks.
Yeah.
But he said we need to bring a car so we can put the stuff in the trunk. He specifically said put it in the trunk. So I mean, we really need to bring a car. I don't want to be a stickler for the rules or anything, but he did say into the trunk. I mean, I guess we could take my car.
Okay.
I mean, that kind of works because I just got a segue outside.
Yeah, I'll have to clean out my back seat real quick, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
There are 4 of you. Are all 4 of you gonna fit in the car?
Yeah, I'll move the stuff in the back seat to the trunk. It'll be fine.
Okay.
But does that leave us room for the stuff we're supposed to collect?
Well, he said it would be information, so probably documents.
All right.
Picturing like James's car is just full of like hockey gear, just like dicks and shit.
It might be full of like wigs and costumes and stuff.
Even better. Even better. Okay.
Suddenly
it's
he's like,
fine.
yeah, you're taking James's car.
Yeah, it's fine. Everybody hops in the car, goes over. The 4 of you get out at what you assume is the building. The keys do seem to let you in without an issue. Clyde's apartment is apartment number 304. So you guys would have to take the elevator up, and it's a little ways down a hallway on the 3rd floor. are you guys bringing anything up with you to collect stuff, or are you guys just kind of going to check it out first?
I'm just going up.
Yeah, I'll empty out a box from my trunk into the trunk and bring the empty box with us in case we need it. It's like a file box.
I'm just in the back judging the car the whole time.
I'm just chilling. I guess in the car.
I could probably grab a duffel bag out of my car.
Yeah.
Before we go. I didn't offer to drive because I'm here in a.
You also have embarrassing things in your car.
2 seats.
Oops, sorry. Then we'd have to bring 2 cars, and it's a whole thing. Nobody wants that.
So you got in the back seat of my Kia Rio.
I didn't want to embarrass.
We're professionals. It's fine.
Yeah. All right. So you guys, get up there. The keys open the door fairly easily. There's no real issue. You find yourselves in a very cramped feeling, but also very kind of barren feeling apartment. So the door opens up into a very kind of small living room. The first thing that kind of hits you is the smell of stale cigarette smoke. There's right inside the door, you see kind of a very well-worn couch facing a TV against a back wall. There's a coffee table, which is just full of stacks of crossword books, some other magazines. There's a box of donuts, which looks fairly old at this point. And you see so as you walk in, there's the living room. You see a doorway kind of slightly further into the room and to the right, and you notice the hallway immediately on your right-hand side. Also, as you kind of turn around in here, when you flick the lights on, you notice that there is a key ring holder right beside the door. And there is a ring of labeled keys hanging from one of the hooks. That's the first thing you notice when you walk in.
A ring of labeled keys?
Yep.
What are the labels?
They say stuff like car, locker, cabin.
He has to label his car keys? It's kind of weird.
I figure that'd be obvious.
Might be
I throw him in the box. That seems weird. I'm throwing it in the box.
Okay.
So I'm going to go into the apartment and look for an office area.
So you're going down the hallway?
While they're doing that. Yeah.
Okay. As you head down the hallway, you see the first set of doors you hit. There's one on the left, one on the right. And then the hallway continues beyond that. You want to keep going or open any of the doors?
Oh, they're closed. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess I'll check them.
Which ones?
Let's start with the one on the left.
You open the one on the left, and it seems to be a small linen closet. There's nothing really in here. Some spare, beige towels.
I would like to do a quick once-over, just check everything, make sure there's no documents hidden in here.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Okay. All right, across the hall?
You open the door and turn the light on to see a small bathroom. Roll sanity for me, Mike.
Oh, good. Good. 100.
Great. That's a crit fail. You're only going to lose 1.
Okay.
The reason I had to do that is because the bathroom is in a slight state of chaos, we'll call it. You find the towel rack broken on the floor. The shower door is cracked. There's some fragments of broken ceramic that probably were a toothbrush holder. And you also get the kind of faintest hints of smell of a dead body. So you're fairly certain this is probably where he died.
I would like to look around at this scene and see if it looks like there are any signs of a struggle, or if this looks more like an old man collapsing and causing a bunch of damage as he did.
Okay.
I was gonna say, aren't both of those a struggle?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
roll.
It's
Blood would
Like
be.
evidence there was a second person.
Like
Evidence.
Yeah.
Person. Yeah.
Do you have like forensics? Can you roll like forensics?
I have criminology. Shoot, not forensics. All right, I will try. No, I have 0 forensics.
Roll criminology.
Okay. That's not my strong suit. 33.
Ooh,
Which is a success.
that's a crit success. But look, the problem is that there's no. If there was any evidence here that would lead you to thinking one over the other, it's long gone. There's no blood that you can see. Granted, it doesn't look like the scene has been particularly cleaned, because like I said, the towel rack is still on the floor. There's broken ceramic. It looks like things have kind of been shuffled, which would probably be reminiscent of them removing the body. But looking at some of the other things, this bathroom doesn't look particularly large. So if there were 2 people in here, there probably would have been more damage. So you kind of really... Yeah, you kind of really lean into the idea that this is where he had a heart attack. Either stepping out of the shower or going to the bathroom, and he tried to pull himself up, but collapsed and pulled shit down with him.
Seems legit. So that's what
because I will also say your package mentioned. I said he died of a heart attack, right? So
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there
Gary would have yelled upon seeing that, but yes.
Well, I guess
Or maybe not. He seems hardened.
A moment.
Yeah, what is that? Is that violence or what the opposite?
Helplessness.
Violence? Helplessness. It is helplessness. Okay.
It is helplessness. Yes, sorry, based on the type of sanity you take, when you take any points, you mark off. And if you receive 3 of the same type without going insane, you become hardened to it, and we'll deal with that if it pops up. But doesn't matter for now.
So you did yell?
It would be an exclamation like "Whoa!"
Roger would probably run
He's
over,
nosy enough.
run over at that.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow as well on that.
Nobody else has to roll sanity. I just made Mike do it because he was the first one to see it.
You're prepared for something wild when you go in there.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm gonna be like, well, they probably
by
got
the
that
wall.
covered, and kind of snoop around in the living room and stuff.
I'll give Gary a kind of semi-condescending pat on the back and say, never looks good.
Anyway, Zoe, you said you're looking around the living room?
Yeah, I'm gonna look in the living room, peruse
Okay.
around, kind of see if there's like papers anywhere or bookshelves or anything.
No, there's not much. There are no bookshelves. Like I said, there's literally just the TV, the couch, and like an armrest like table where he's put all of these magazines and crossword puzzles and stuff. If you
I'm
kind of
gonna-
rifle,
Yeah, I want to pick them up and like flip through them and see what's going on.
yeah. So it's a lot of like crossword puzzle books. He's completed a lot of them. There's a couple of issues of Sports Illustrated and like Reader's Digest, but that's about it.
Still got physical magazines.
Flip the couch cushions over.
Roll. Roll luck, sure.
19.
Sweet. You find about 260 in change under the 2 couch cushions.
Pocket.
Nice. But that's about it.
Cool.
I'd like to wander back. What I intended to do was look for a remote, see what he was watching.
Yeah, there's a remote on the coffee table. If you flip it on, it immediately comes on to it comes on to channel 3 because it's an old CRT TV, like 24 inches maybe color. And yeah, so when it
Is there a VCR hooked up?
Nope. It's and it pops up to channel 3, which is like the TV guide kind of channel.
Okay. I'll turn it back off.
Okay.
You said aside from the left and right door there, the linen in the bathroom, it's still the hallway is still continuing down, right?
Yep. And if you keep going down, you see another set of doors on the left and the right.
Is that at the end of the hallway then?
Okay.
Yeah, and that's the end of the hallway.
You know what? I'm gonna give it a go and try go to the end and try the door on the right.
Okay. You open it and you find a small bedroom. There's a queen-sized bed, which is it looks still made. It's kind of like impeccably made. There's also a small dresser with some photographs on top. That's all you see in the room.
Okay. Anything underneath the bed, possibly?
Nope. You don't even see dust bunnies under there.
Interesting. All right. And I guess there's nothing else of note that seems out of place or anything like that, is there?
Not in this room. I mean, there's no it does seem you guys are starting to get kind of maybe a slightly eerie vibe that the dude doesn't have pictures on the walls or anything. These are the only photographs you've seen so far upon entering the apartment. And they're on his dresser in the bedroom.
Does this place look lived in, or is there a layer of dust on everything? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there, Chris.
No dust bunnies under the bed. I don't think it looks lived in.
I mean, the box of donuts and stack of magazines kind of maybe make you think not. It just looks like he probably keeps it fairly clean.
Was there a kitchen?
Yeah, it was one of the other rooms off the living room that you guys didn't check.
Okay. I might wander in there while I'll let Chris finish his investigation of the bedroom. But
okay, there's not much in the kitchen. There's enough cutlery and dishware for 1 or 2 people. You find a few cans of soup, some pots and pans, and some boxes of cereal. On the fridge, though, you do see a picture. It's a crudely hand-drawn human figure entitled Grandpa. It's signed by a name that looks hard to read, but it might be Cassie. It's got a couple gold stars. It's right there in the middle of the fridge.
What did you for the pictures that you said that were on the dresser there? What did you say those were of?
I didn't. You didn't ask. So,
all right, never mind.
A couple of them pop out that you immediately recognize them from your package. You see a picture of Clyde with a woman. Your package did also mention that about a year or 2 previously, Clyde's wife had sadly passed away. There was a picture of her in your package, and you recognize the woman he's with is his late wife, Marlene. There's also some older pictures showing high school graduation. It's pretty safe to assume that those are probably kids or someone else related. You do see photos of grandchildren, or sorry, photos of a grandchild, just the one. And there's a ceramic paperweight on there as well with a child's handprint that says Cassie, age 4.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess since I'm looking at the pictures at these that's on top of the dresser there, I might look to the dresser to see if there's anything of note.
Clothes, man. Seemed like a pretty boring dude. His dresser is full of the same white shirt, the same, tidy whitey pairs of underpants. Everything is like meticulously folded and kind of set up. He's an accountant through and through. There, you don't find anything else really, but you assume that if he's got more clothes for work, they're probably like in the closet. There is a closet in this room too. I'm sorry, I did not mention that.
Secret closet.
I will take a look at the closet if there's still a chance of just boring clothes.
It's just full of boring clothes. There are button shirts in 4 different colors. He has like 3 suit jackets and like 6 different pairs of dress pants. All the dress pants are black. The suit jackets are like brown, black, and like blue. But that's kind of it.
All right. I guess if there's something else, I'm probably just gonna walk out. Say to the group, it's like, yeah, it seems like the only thing that was most interesting of him was his death.
Okay.
This is harsh, man.
A little bit.
All right, what about the other door down the hall? Let's check that out.
Right.
All right. It opens up. It's an office. First off, there's no computer. It's just full of filing cabinets. Like the entire back wall is just filing cabinets. There's a desk with a drawer and a chair.
I think we may need a truck.
Do you need me to come down there with the box?
I think we might need a bigger box.
Fit in your box.
I don't know.
I guess we better start going through. I'll start with the first cabinet.
Mike, what's your accounting?
Accounting. Oh,
yes.
I think 0. That's not.
I think we all have a base of 10 at least. Yeah.
Not trained in that.
Nobody has better.
Nope, just a 10.
Great. You guys have no idea half of what you're looking at. The files seem to be organized by some archaic principle, which none of you can seem to understand. You're seeing budget sheets and project sheets. You're seeing things from as early as like 1975 through to as recent as like 2018. It's like some of it looks like Excel documents, some of it looks handwritten and photocopied, some of it's even too hard to read. And it looks like there are roughly 6 filing cabinets with 3 rows each.
If I skim through, do I find anything that doesn't look like accounting stuff? Like I'll start at the opposite end of Gary and go through. I'm like specifically looking for non-accountant looking things.
Roll search.
83.
The hard part is because you're not an accountant, you don't know what accountant-specific things actually look like. So,
You're right.
Who knows what half this shit is, man? It's all over the place. Every document you seem to pull either has numbers in it or has a message referring to a document that is just full of numbers. No clue. How are you guys gonna look through all of this shit?
Maybe we
I'm
should
not.
Shredder.
Was there another room you said?
No, by this point you guys have seen every room.
And there were no shelves or anything in the living room. It was just like the couch, the table with the magazines, and the TV.
Yep.
Okay. Hmm.
Sorry, was there like even a writing table or anything in here? Did I miss that?
Yep, there's a desk.
Does it have drawers?
It has a drawer.
Can I open the drawer?
You can. You find a calculator, a pencil sharpener, 4 number 2 pencils, sharpened to the perfect point. You find some lined paper, some graph paper, a ruler. Yeah, that's about it.
Like Gary's idea of the truck. Why don't we go get one with a dolly? Just load.
Seems like, yeah, just throw.
Load the filing cabinets right in.
No reason to do this in a dim apartment where a guy died.
I mean, if
Yeah,
someone
that's
wants to
fair.
come, like, I don't own a truck, I own a little Kia, so. Unless one of you guys owns a truck, we're probably gonna have to go rent a truck and come back.
I do have a truck back in Boston.
Now,
I
will
don't think we can
say,
drive to Boston and back.
Nick, you turn back and notice again, or Roger turns back and notices again. In behind all of the sheets of paper I was mentioning inside the desk, you actually see something else kind of pop out. You see some pictures of what looks like a cabin, and there's a permit application for something to be installed somewhere on the property. There is an address, and on the permit application you see Clyde's name. It looks fairly recent, from like the last year.
Is the permit approved? Or it's an
Yes.
application? It's okay.
Well, it's just an application.
Okay. What does it say? What's being installed? Like, is it a new structure? Is it like an electrical hookup, a water hookup? Something I need to roll to understand? I am good at bureaucracy.
Okay, roll bureaucracy. Actually, sorry, what's your bureaucracy?
50.
I'm not even gonna make you roll then.
Okay.
It looks like it's an application for a new septic tank. It looks a little odd because it seems fairly large given the size of the cabin and the scale drawings of the cabin. But based on the zoning that you're seeing within the application itself, it looks fine.
Starting to
Okay.
get the feeling we're gonna have to go to the cabin.
And the address, do I recognize how far out of town it is? Is it in town?
What? Are you from Chicago?
No.
Then no.
Okay.
You could Google it, but you just don't recognize it immediately.
I mean, we could ask Gary or Frank if they're from Chicago.
We could Google it. That's probably
Yeah.
fast.
I'll pull up my
Yeah, I was
phone and
gonna say I'm
Google
from
the
New
address.
Did our unnamed benefactor say we were looking for? It was any of his documents, or were we specifically looking for like classified documents?
We're specifically looking to recover any information that is not suitable for the public.
Yeah. Okay.
We can't, as of now, make that distinction about the accounting information. So
So we should take
Part-
it to be safe.
part of me feels like we should be extracting it, but that does require going and renting a truck.
We'll have to rent a truck, yeah.
Before 4 p.m.
Before 4 p.m., yeah, and left the hotel at 2.
Yeah, it's about. We can say it's about 3 p.m. then. By this time, you guys have spent about an hour getting there, looking around, making
This-
some decisions.
Yeah, we just got to try and fit it in the back of the 4 cars that I assume we all brought to the Marriott.
Yeah.
But there's 6 filing cabinets.
Yeah, it might be easier just to put the filing cabinets, take them down the elevator, just roll them right onto a truck.
All right, I will pull out my phone and I will search for a U-Haul in the area, and I will phone and ask them if I could get a truck immediately.
Roll luck.
89.
Sorry, buddy. Look, I just gave the last truck out, literally about 10 minutes ago. I don't think I got another one coming in until later tomorrow. Have you thought about checking maybe a different truck company? U-Haul's not the only name in the game. Not to, shoot myself in the foot here.
Should we call it Enterprise?
Home Depot, they have those day rental trucks.
You guys are also in the CIA.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
but,
was gonna say.
but the
I
guy
think we have
said
more
not to
resources.
call him if we need anything.
Not to call him.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in Chicago. There must be an office with some.
I'm just gonna start taking folders out of the filing cabinets and putting them in the duffel bag that Roger brought.
I have an empty box with just keys in it.
Let's keep those on the top, please.
Okie dokie.
After taking stuff
Um,
out, is there anything like in behind the shelves
No.
or the drawers? I guess would be okay.
No, you check, but they're up and up. They're all still to code.
And the keys also indicated a locker. A storage locker is something that we would also
Yeah.
probably want to empty out. But have we found anything? Is there an address or a number on the key for the storage locker?
Pull out the
No,
key
not
and
that
look
you've
at the
seen.
locker key.
Hmm.
Did
Okay,
we
well-
check all the closets in this place?
All the ones we found.
Yeah.
Are there any additional? If I do a quick run through and pop into every room, is there any additional closets we haven't gone through?
You guys didn't open the one in the office,
I open
but
it.
there's nothing. You open it, you don't see anything of note. There's more. Oh, actually, fine. Did you find a bunch of empty banker boxes? Filing
Oh,
boxes?
I haul those out.
Finally.
Hit the gold mine, boys.
Well, they're
I
empty.
actually had another related thought that might help us. There's a parking lot for this apartment building, I imagine,
Well, he's got a car and a key
Yeah.
to the locker.
and we have the keys to
Yeah.
said car. And he's an accountant, so it's probably like a
Oh.
Camry or something with a decent trunk.
Wait, are you saying we take this dead guy's car? We're not on his
mean-
insurance.
Borrow. I mean, I think we could borrow it.
But hold on, we're not on the insurance. We don't have all the paperwork in order to do this.
It's we're seasoning it for government purposes. I'll drive. You drive your car.
It sounded like he said season it, like you
I was
season.
gonna Put spices on the
Put a
car.
little salt on it.
It's like, yeah, the dead guy's not coming back for it.
Don't
Government
salt
can't
it;
get me
it'll
now.
rust.
If I
We'll
hey,
just
if I
cook
get
it
pulled over,
ourselves.
if I get pulled over, that means I got caught. I got a 60 in drive.
Oh my god!
Outrun the fucking cops, man.
I
Okay,
am the
right.
law.
I'll take
I
the.
also
key
never
ring.
I never got back to you guys before either Wednesday. We looked up the cabin address. It looks like it's about an hour outside of the city.
Okay, so about an hour away.
Yep.
And sorry, our mandate was to meet back at the Marriott at 6.
Yes.
He said it shouldn't take longer than 6.
We can leave a note
Maybe I thought 4 hours.
on the way out. We can load up the cars with the documentation, so there's nothing left at the apartment. We have the keys to the
We got
cabin. We have the
lots of
keys.
boxes.
Yeah, I think we load up the guy's car.
Whatever doesn't fit in there, we can fill my back seat, and then the 2 people who were in my back seat will take that car.
Exactly.
Ah,
And yeah, I think that's the plan. We stop back at the Marriott, leave a note in the conference room just saying needed to make another stop. We'll be back.
Gotta
think
check
we
the
can
dead
leave a
guy's
message with
cabin.
the front
See ya.
desk.
Oh yeah, but that's Hmm.
Sorry, did you already say if the building had like underground parking and whatnot?
It does not. It's an older building. The parking lot is out, just kind of back behind the building.
Did we know if there would be like apartment storage lockers in the basement? Because the locker might be a storage locker for the apartment.
That's what I assumed it was.
You didn't see anything coming up that would.
If I go to
We
the
didn't use
elevator,
her.
do I see a basement?
I mean,
And
it would
if
have
so,
to have a
does it let me
basement.
click it
It does
without
not.
like a key card? Okay,
It does not.
I run back in. No storage locker.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead down and try and figure out. I'll take the car key and try and figure out what the guy's driving, just in case I'm wrong
Well,
on my stereotypes.
The key would
as
tell you like
Roger-
the brand, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't tell me how many seats or how many
as
footsteps.
Roger is heading over to the elevator, he notices an elderly woman exiting her apartment with her dog.
What kind of dog?
And she makes it look like she's running into you. It's a
It's important.
schnauzer. It's got to be a schnauzer.
Like a mini one or a tall one?
No, a mini one. And she just about bumps into you. She's just like, "Oh, sorry. Hello."
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. That's my fault. Excuse me.
Oh, no, nonsense. Miss Janowitz, charmed, I'm sure. Are you friends of Mr. Bauman there? He was such a wonderful old man.
Unfortunately, no. Didn't have the pleasure myself. We're with the lawyer's office. Excuse me.
Oh, lawyers. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just an older woman out here walking, taking Mitzi for her walk. We can share the elevator on the way down.
Of course. Did you know Clyde?
Yes, I know everybody in the building. Just I make it my business to ensure that I know the people that I live around. It was a terrible shame, though, that he wasn't found for 3 days. It was just terrible.
Oh, yes. My condolences. That must have been very hard for you. 3 days. Did he not have?
Yes.
Did he not have family?
Well, I know he had family. I've never had the pleasure of meeting them myself. Do you know more about them? I assumed he had work colleagues or a lawyer's office. I figured he would know people there.
Well, we're hired in per job, so I don't know many personal details. That's primarily confidential, though it does make the job a little more personal when I learn more. Had family, wife, children?
Oh, well, the poor dear's wife died a number of years back. Um, Children never call, from what I've heard. It's just tragic. I mean, my daughters call me every day. I talk to my grandchildren at least 3 times a day. It just really does the old heart good, you know. But look, and it just as the elevator gets to the ground floor and she's about to kind of walk out, just like, if you need anything, I'm in apartment 301. Please just let me know.
Oh, thank you very much. If the office needs more information, I'll have them contact you. Perhaps I'll be tasked to stop by myself. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Oh, excellent. She walks away.
Yo, you flirting on the job?
I'm trying to get information. I mean, hey, Roger is older, but not as old as this lady sounds. He's a charming man.
Great.
He
Great.
can be. She might.
I'm
you
sure
were
he's
going-
very charming.
You were going to look for his car, right?
I did intend to go look for his car. So
You're
what's
gonna go around beeping until you find it.
You find a 2002 Toyota Camry. It doesn't have an electronic lock, so you didn't get to go around just beeping.
I mean,
You
I
did
would have looked and seen the Toyota logo, and I would have
Yes.
gone right to the Camry.
Exactly.
I assume the parking lot maybe
Possibly
like
be.
has assigned parking for the units too. So maybe there
No.
would be like a big. Oh no, there's not like a big
No.
like 30.
Not a big sign. Nope.
Just
No big
chaos. It's just
304 on it?
parking wherever.
Oh
Yep.
my god.
Man, Chicago apartments are the worst.
Well, I mean, I might do a quick rifle through the glove box and that sort of thing before I come back, but I don't want to stall the action after my elevator ride if
No, there's
anybody
nothing
else
there.
is doing. Okay,
It's fine.
then I'll head back up and start bringing boxes down.
Cool. Okay,
Maybe I'll tell the crew about apartment 301 if anybody wants to ask some questions of an old lady. I'll mention that I said that we were from the lawyer's office doing some work there. So
It takes you about an hour to pull everything out of the filing cabinets into boxes into the cars. You guys don't really have any other disturbance, really. Nick, Roger kind of thinks maybe at some point he sees apartment 301 open a crack and then close again really quickly.
yeah.
I think
now
you made a
you have
friend.
4 o'clock. You have everything packed up into the cars.
Okay, so what's the plan? Are we all going to the cabin right now? Are we bringing the not totally legal to drive car to the Marriott and parking it there while we all go to the cabin, or are we just taking both cars?
We kind of have to take both cars, don't we?
Yeah, we got to
Yes.
keep it in our sight. So who's coming with me and who's going in the questionable to drive car?
You know what? I will take a risk with the questionable car.
Looks like you're coming with me, Gary. Hop on in.
Huzzah!
Huzzah. I'd like to grab
Huzzah indeed.
some of the documents as I hop in the front seat for this drive.
Okay.
And I want to spend the drive looking for anything that, if I can wrap my head around, might be a storage locker rental.
Oh, what if you did like you made like a list of the names of things on the accounting sheets so that you got all the business names, and then maybe one of the
So-
business names means something.
So we'll deal with that in a
sounds over
sec.
my head.
But how fast are you guys getting there? Are you following the speed limits? Not really.
I'm following the speed limit.
What's your drive?
20.
Yeah, okay, no problem.
Yeah.
And Nick, Roger's also driving, or is it
Yeah.
Mike? Okay.
Oh, unless Chris,
Yeah.
Chris, you wanted to try and drive. You wanted to drive.
No, you could drive. I'm gonna probably fiddle with the radio or see like what CDs or cassettes this guy happens to have.
Through the
Ooh.
glove compartment, see what's in there.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh my god, I want to just keep making him the most boring person ever. Okay, you open the glove compartment.
Whirler's
And
original
Ball of rubber
everywhere.
bands.
Oh yeah, and just like there's a bag that's been like kind of closed fully, because I made his. No, his house is sparse. His car is a mess. We're gonna make it that way.
Oh,
The
God.
Werther's bag is open and it's just spilled out into the whole like glove compartment. He's got Werther's like wrappers just everywhere in the glove
Looks like
compartment.
you sucked on one halfway and
Yeah.
then put it back.
They're all in like the footwells. They're all sticky and crap. And he does have a bunch of CDs in there though, and it's this weird mix of like, 6 hours of the best of Beethoven symphonies, and then like weird 1980s and 1990s like Europop. Like there's like Kraftwerk and like Beethoven, and that's it.
I'm just looking at this like, Jesus. I can't deal with this. I'm just gonna switch to like a rock station.
As Gary and I drive in silence for the hour to the cabin.
we got the windows down in the Camry.
Yep,
Yeah.
of course, because it's 2002 and the air conditioning doesn't work.
Yeah, that's it. Cranking the windows.
That-
Hey, my AC still doesn't work.
Okay, yeah, Mike, and you wanted to look at anything reminiscent
Yeah,
of a storage
I'm
locker,
looking for mentions of a storage locker. Yeah.
and you just grabbed files at random, right? So
Yep.
roll luck.
Anything in the back seat of this car. 74.
Nah, man, just fucking just files and numbers
you
and
ended up with his groceries.
numbers and numbers.
Jeez, this guy,
Um,
he says asset
you're-
number 304. What the
Yep.
heck does that mean?
You find like you're looking through like paperwork for like a startup, and there's just none of it makes any sense, dude. Whose brain thinks this way?
An accountant.
Anyway, you guys all get up to the cabin. It's now about 5 p.m. The rain has started to pick up. It's definitely gotten a little bit darker. And you notice particularly over the past like 15 minutes or so, the last little bit of the drive was down like dirt roads. It's pretty isolated. And yeah, you find yourself at a small cabin, single story, fairly small footprint.
Go try and lock the door. Open it up.
Okay, yeah, you have no problem opening it with the key. The cabin kind of sits on like a little bit of a lake. It's a little bit of a nice view. You step inside. It's again very small kind of footprint. You step into kind of the kitchen living room combination. And you notice that there is kind of there is a large room kind of close to the door coming in, and there's a smaller room just a little bit further back. And there are some other kind of small rooms just kind of across the back wall.
2, 3.
2.
Two.
Yep. The whole
Sure.
thing has like a weird kind of wood, like faux log cabin look
Is
from
it-
the outside. Hmm?
Single level?
Yep.
Doesn't look like there's a downstairs. It looks like it's just all in the dirt.
No. It's just this. It's like it's raised slightly, like the stairs kind of leading up to the door. It's
you can
it's
see
on
there's, like, a
wood posts, but it's a little ways off the ground to keep the heat.
I'll look around the living room, see if there's any papers or books or anything.
No, there's not a ton. This place definitely does look a little bit more lived in. Main things that pop out to you immediately: there's a large kind of stone chimney with a fireplace in the one kind of corner opposite the door that you stepped into. Yeah, like I said, so there's a couple of chairs and like a couch. You see some kind of like buffalo check throws and pillows kind of on those areas. There's a small wooden table a little bit further in, right beside kind of the one wall that seems to act as a kitchen. Yeah, that's mainly what you kind of see at first. It's also got like electricity. It's got like lights and everything.
Check the kitchen and see how long it's been since somebody's been here. Like, does the 5 days roughly, if he was dead for 3 days and then it's been 2 days since he died, line up here as well? Does it look like there's been more recent activity? I'm checking the kitchen primarily because of food.
Yeah. Roll search.
Okay.
He's hungry.
We can use a snack.
Oh, I was snacking on Werther's all the way here.
5 p.m. It's close to supper time.
It's a failure on the search at 39.
I mean, again, it's kind of hard to tell, right? Like the kitchen has a small refrigerator. There's nothing in it that seems really perishable.
Okay.
Like there's, I don't know what would be in a fridge that would last a long time. There's like condiments and like some pickles or some other kind of preserves. A lot of the other stuff you're finding in the cabinets are like, again, more of the like cereal. There's some canned fruits, canned vegetables, soups. There's no nothing. There's no dirty dishes. There's nothing indicating activity at all, really. So whether it was 5 days ago, 10 days ago, you can't tell.
Right. Okay.
All right, I'll take the big room.
All right. It is the bedroom. So you see another bed. This one made with like versus kind of the old beige sheets bedware from the other house. This one's a little more decked out with kind of, more cabiny vibes. There's like a buffalo check kind of bedspread. The bed frame is looks like it's made of hardwood. What else? Sorry, I got lost in my head for a second here.
So vivid.
Yeah.
image.
Otherwise, there's there's a dresser in here. Some more kind of photos of the family again, as you see, but that's kind of it on cursory glance.
Similar photos to the ones at the apartment, or are they?
Yeah, well, just same people, right? Like,
Yeah,
you're seeing people like kind of on the lake. You're seeing like a birthday party for the grandkid and stuff like that.
Do we have any information on the rest of the family in our packet?
You do not.
Yeah. All right. I'll root through the dresser and under the bed, and I don't know if there is a closet in here. Just make sure there's no documents in there.
Yeah, there's no closet. Yes. Sorry. Thank you, Zoe. Make sure you keep track of your failed skill checks. We'll deal with that later on. Okay. So in the dresser, you see again more clothing. This it's like kept in the same manner, but you are seeing a bunch of different stuff. There's more like different types of t-shirts, underpants, jeans, shorts, and stuff. You are starting to notice though that particularly like behind the dresser and even like kind of under the bed, you're starting to see cobwebs, which maybe mean the cabin hasn't been used for a little while. And the main thing you find under the bed is a footlocker.
If I go out to whoever has the keys at the moment, and I take the footlocker key or the locker key and try it in this footlocker.
Give you
It
the locker key.
works.
Aha!
Yes. Yes, it is
I
a
think I
kind
found
of
something.
it's kind of a small Vietnam era metal footlocker. It does open.
What's in it? Tell me
so
about it, Gary.
right on top, you find a sealed envelope which has a triangle in green ink on the front of it.
We don't. Okay.
Should we take the whole footlocker, or
Do we have room, given that both of our cars are full of filing cabinets right now?
or the
What's
full
inside
of
this folder?
lockers?
Sorry, what's inside the what?
The folder. Or is it an envelope or a folder?
It's an envelope. It's an
Sorry,
envelope.
envelope.
Yes. In the envelope is a note. And I will read it to you in 1 second. It says, "To whom it may concern, if you are reading this note, I can assume I have died or become incapacitated before I had the courage to complete my final mission. You will find about 20 gallons of gas in the shed behind this cabin. Pour it into the septic tank beside the cabin and ignite it. You'd be happier if you didn't look inside. Please make sure that the remains are kept from my children. I am so sorry. God, please forgive me. Clyde Bauman."
Oh,
Oh, now we come up to something interesting.
you're like, oh, do I look? That's probably information that's not fit for the public, eh?
Yep. Is there
Mm,
anything
yeah.
else in here?
Oh, there's a
In
bunch
this
of shit in the
envelope?
footlocker. Oh no, nothing else in the envelope.
Okay. Then I'll move on to the footlocker as well.
The footlocker is absolutely packed with shit.
Tell us about it.
Okay.
Tell me more.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mike, roll a d8.
Oh. 4.
Okay. You pull out a bag which seems to contain 3 tear gas grenades. They look fairly old. Look like they were made in probably like the late 80s, early 90s.
Are these legal to own?
Nope.
Oh.
Interesting.
These
So
are
those are definitely
police
not fit for the public.
and or military.
Okay. That's not the impression I got from this accounting fiend.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't want those in my car.
Well, we can't leave him here, so
Yeah, we got to take him.
Put him in his car.
I was gonna say that I think logically we should probably put the less than legal grenades in the less than legal vehicle.
they'll
In
be
case
fine
we
in
have
the
to
trunk.
torch it.
That thing is a tank. They'll be fine in the trunk.
We'll
Strike
drive
everyone.
carefully.
Yeah.
Drive carefully.
I mean, hey, at least if they go off, it's not like anyone's gonna die. We'll just have to pull off the road and wait until
Wait,
it dissipates. It's just tear gas.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you
Anything
still
else from
hunt-
the Foot Locker?
Oh, it's still full. It's full of
Yeah.
shit.
Haul it out. Empty her out.
All right, Mike, roll another d8.
What if I just spill it on the floor with James bugging me to just...
Okay, well then,
Wait,
Good,
weren't
that
there-
sounds risky. I mean, you just pulled grenades out.
All right, I'll
I'm
continue in a methodical way. That's a 6.
Okay. You pull out a small, mundane-looking leather pouch. You open it though, and it has hair, teeth, and feathers.
What kind of feathers?
It look like blue jay and barn swallow.
Sorry, the teeth are human teeth?
Roll biology.
You're not concerned about the hair, though?
Well, hair I imagine would be tougher to differentiate. Teeth should be pretty obvious. Biology.
Hair versus fur.
Yeah, that's true.
It should be science biology.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
So then I
okay.
can't.
Then
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, I was gonna say.
No, go ahead, Mike.
Looking at this, does it? I think back to like ritual customs that I'm aware of, and does this look like maybe a medicine bag or like a voodoo
Roll
curse bag?
Straight to
Roll-
voodoo bag.
straight to voodoo.
I started with a medicine bag.
Roll. What,
I have
occult?
both anthropology and history.
Okay, you can pick which one.
All right, let's better with history. Although this feels more, you know what? I'm gonna do anthropology. This feels more anthropological,
Mhm.
which is a failure.
Yeah, it's too hard to tell.
Yeah.
It seems like probably, but it doesn't look exactly like anything you've seen before. Also, yeah, Roger, as you keep staring at it, you're fairly certain they're baby teeth. Human baby teeth.
It might be for like his kids.
Oh.
You know, sometimes parents like keep their kids' teeth and then like put them in a storage locker and forget about them.
Along with barn swallow feathers and
Maybe it's something the kid.
hair.
Well, the hair
Maybe-
might be, you know, the baby thing again, like baby's first haircut.
That just makes the bird feathers even
I guess.
weirder then.
Maybe they were the kid's favorite bird. I don't
Baby's
know.
first feathers.
Yeah, baby's first bird hunt.
What kind of kid are you having?
mean-
I'm a little frightened now.
I'm not
I
having
mean,
one.
maybe
That's
the kid
you.
went- maybe the kid went hunting for the first time. I don't know.
Yeah, baby's first bird hunt.
Baby's first kill.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. You still looking
That's it.
through shit?
Yeah. What's
We're gonna-
next?
Roll a d8. Whoever is reaching in and pulling something out.
Seven.
7. You pull out a bag, which seems to have some kind of spherical object in it, and as you pull the bag off of it, you notice it's a glass sphere, about 3 centimeters in diameter. The weird thing is that it's magnetic. Does anybody have science physics?
Science physics.
Gonna take physics and they backed out.
I have
Oh,
I have mechanics under craft, but that's
Nope.
the closest I'd get.
It's just really fucking weird. You don't normally see glass spheres that are magnetic.
Okay. Is there anything else in here that looks papery?
Um, hard to tell. You think maybe one of them is a. Well, there are 2 things that look like they're maybe books.
Cool. Reach in and take the books if he doesn't want to touch more stuff.
All right. The first one you pull out is an annotated copy of a doctoral dissertation titled Sky Devils, Archetypical Figures in Native American Mythology by Karen Barr. Yeah. It does say in the cover, there's a note from the University of Indiana, Bloomington, that this dissertation was rejected in 1985.
And the second book?
The other one isn't actually a book. It kind of looked like it, but when you pull it out and kind of open it, it's an accordion folder. And it looks like it's a file regarding the Ventea Corporation.
Ventea?
Yes. It appears to be an Argentinian They're an Argentine import-export firm dating from 1965 to 1968.
Sorry, 55 to 68 or 65?
65 to 68.
Can I peruse this dissertation?
Yeah, I'll hand it over.
I'm
I
gonna sit
mean,
in the corner
on
and read.
you don't. It starts out. It's very ancient aliens. It's just like, could ancient groups have figured out how to harness all of this technology on their own? Maybe, or it could have been aliens. While we haven't found any evidence, there are too many questions for us to surely say no. So here's my bullshit dissertation on how the aliens actually brought humans into the Bronze Age.
I see why this was rejected.
Yeah, I wouldn't even buy this.
It's pretty bad, but you can keep it and read it later if you want.
I might do that. It is
Yeah,
still
we
my
got an
list.
hour drive back, so.
Yeah, wouldn't mind some science fiction.
Okay.
And the Ventea Corporation,
Yes.
the folder, is it like shipping records?
So yes. It looks like it actually begins with some FBI paperwork. There were some allegations of weapon smuggling in Miami, and the FBI investigated it. It looks like it ended without any kind of prosecution, though, from the FBI officially. But beyond that, you're still seeing documentation with a that's been coded with a level of classification that you've never seen from the government before. It seems to be noted as something called Delta Green. And beyond that, you are seeing there's some surveillance records of the company that go beyond the 1968 time frame. And you see a whole bunch of accounting ties between Venteja and some other group on a World War II era watch list known as the K Group. He also mentioned something called the Scheele formula, which was found when agents apparently raided a warehouse in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Though it does not seem to be an officially sanctioned raid by the government. There is also a folder in there with the Scheele formula, but with that title, but the folder is empty.
If I go back to the letter where he was saying he was sorry and there was something he wanted dumped.
Yes.
What did it say that? Yeah, what was it? What was it again and where was it?
I will
Gas
read it again for you.
into the septic tank.
To whom it may concern, if you are reading this note, I can assume I have died or become incapacitated before I had the courage to complete my final mission. You will find about 20 gallons of gas in the shed behind this cabin. Pour it into the septic tank beside the cabin and ignite it. You'd be happier if you didn't look inside. Please make sure that the remains are kept from my children. I am so sorry. God, please forgive me. Clyde Bauman.
The remains.
So something's in the septic tank then.
Or is it his remains he wants kept away from the children? I'm gonna go check the shed. I want to see if the stuff's already been dumped.
Maybe just had really bad gastric distress.
You just farted in barrels and left them in the shed.
In the septic tank.
I want to go wander out to the shed while people are reading through papers and all.
So you walk around kind of the back of the the back of the cabin,
Mhm.
and you see two small buildings.
Mhm.
One of them has kind of a typical like crescent moon carved into it, which it's pretty safe to
Outhouse.
assume is an outhouse.
Mhm.
And another building, which you could assume is the shed.
Go walk up, open the door.
The shed?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, it opens no problem. Inside, you find an assortment of tools,
Cool.
and there are 4 5-gallon cans of gasoline. They are all full.
When you say 5-gallon cans of gasoline, is it like
Like
big
jerry cans.
jugs or is
Yeah.
it okay jerry cans? It says, "Oh, look inside."
Inside the cans?
Oh, I get it now. Don't look at the. He wants me to
Yeah.
dump the gas in the tank and blow up the stick. I'm gonna wander the property and try and find the spot for the septic that opens up. There wasn't anything
Okay.
else of note in the shed, right? Just the tools
No.
and the gas.
Yep. Roll search.
We have the plans for the septic tank. So we would, in theory, know where that cap would be.
Is there a bathroom?
But if Zoe wants to go, like, walk
Yeah,
around
I'm
and
just
search for it,
wondering.
you can.
Sorry.
Yeah, 49.
Is that a pass?
No.
Okay. You wander for a bit and you can't seem to find it.
Do I notice anything else while I'm wandering? Anything weird on the property?
Not where you've been wandering.
But
No, you just don't really see anything weird.
Full stop.
um,
It's raining.
I'll go back inside.
Okay.
This dossier seems to indicate that our friend Clyde may have been into some unsavory business, and I worry that these remains he is talking about are equally unsavory, and I would.
Do you think he murdered someone because they didn't pay their accounting bill?
That is.
I mean, it's perfect
theory.
cover. You know, boring guy, murderer.
Motive aside, I would not want to be party to destroying evidence.
Well, how far from the nearest neighbors are we?
You don't know for
If we had
sure.
to take a guess based off
you
like
think
Google
it'd
Maps.
be a while. You didn't see any like other dirt roads for the past like 4 or 5 minutes on your drive down to the cabin.
So, should we call our like handler and ask him if like we'll send somebody down here, or do we blow up the tank because it says too, and that dead things aren't usually suitable for the public. But I know we definitely need permission before we blow up a giant septic tank.
So I'm hearing is we better check it out to see if it's part of our purview or if it's
Like-
something we should be handing up the chain.
Yeah,
if
because
it's
like for all we know,
a
the family
skeleton.
dog got hit by a car, and he put the dog in there, and he wants us to cover it up because it says don't let his grandkids see.
Mm.
It might be family pets.
That is a very charitable analysis, James. Was there further further items of interest in that footlocker you had, Gary?
It looks like it, but nothing that looks like documents, which is what we're looking for.
How big is the footlocker?
Welcome to
It's
rifle
like probably about 4 feet by like a foot by like a foot.
We could probably stack it on top of the back seat boxes in the car, right?
I'm concerned about this missing shield formula.
So there's a document missing?
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's maybe elsewhere in the cabin.
Yeah.
What if he shoved it in the septic tank?
That is possible.
Well, let's finish looking around the cabin.
I'll flip
Yeah,
the
I
couch cushions.
Decide what we want to do about this cryptic septic tank.
In my experience, finding remains is an end to the evening. So let's leave that to the end of
Till
the
the
evening.
end.
What's under the couch cushions?
Nothing. No money this time. Sorry.
I'll put them back.
Okay, so there's the large room. Which we were in. That was the bedroom. There is
A small room.
one small room further back, and then two further small rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Which-
I'm gonna just in sequence check the two against the back wall there.
Yeah, they're just storage closets. One's got like linens in it. The other one's got more canned goods.
Okay,
There's no bathroom in here.
We don't.
there's one
that's
more
the
room
other
we haven't
room.
checked.
You noticed,
There's-
yeah.
I was gonna say there's an outhouse, so
Yeah, septic would imply. Yeah, septic would not imply necessarily an outhouse. Like there'd be a bathroom.
yeah, usually there'd be
If
a
you're putting a
functioning.
septic tank in, you'd think you'd put in a bathroom.
Put in a real big septic tank.
Okay, so the last room, the small room.
Was the
Oh,
bathroom.
that was the bathroom.
Oh, that was the bathroom. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
And nothing of interest here. Any like a medicine cabinet.
Nope.
I mean, the
I mean-
the missing thing might be in the filing cabinets that we cleared out. It might be in that paperwork.
That's possible.
That's a good point, actually.
Some sort of formula would have numbers all over it, and everything in there had numbers on it.
And we wouldn't know how to pick it out.
What about
Nope.
the back shed? Was there any paperwork or shelving in there?
Just tools and gas.
I
What
wasn't
about-
kidding about blowing the thing up.
What if we check the outhouse? Did he bring any shield formula reading material out there?
You want to go look in the outhouse?
Stapled
I
to
do.
the inside of the door.
The rain is coming
I
down.
would say brace yourself.
The rain is coming down much harder. No, there's nothing in the outhouse.
Okay.
I will note it looks like it hasn't been used in a while. There are more cobwebs and spiders living in here. Then yeah, makes you comfortable with.
Hmm.
So, how about we go to the septic tank? We'll look in it. We'll see if we can kind of take a peek and see what kind of remains it is. Because if it's a dog, like that's fine. We can just leave that. But if it's people, we're probably gonna have to call someone. They're gonna have to haul it out, do an investigation.
And if for some reason it's the shield formula, then we need to take it.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool. Okay.
So we yeah okay.
Go find the septic tank.
Yeah, well I have the
The
I have
plans, yeah.
Yep.
So I'd like to, if I need to do a roll, I'll do a roll.
No,
to-
no, it's
but it should be
pretty
fine.
easy to notice. It looks like they should be about 10 meters away from the cabin itself, just in kind of the tree line. It's a little bit further than where James would have been looking for it before, which is why he didn't notice it. And when you get out there, you also notice that the thing is like half buried
Mhm.
into the ground.
I'll,
So it is kind of hard to see.
I can run and grab a shovel from the shed.
You don't really feel like you
Oh, okay.
need to because you do see that the hatch
I'll just kick the
is
dirt
exposed.
off it. I open it.
You're gonna open the hatch.
I open the hatch.
I'll grab
Oh.
All right, just go right for it.
a flashlight if I have one.
I mean,
you try, but you notice it's locked.
like a padlock kind of deal, or is it like a built-in
Oh, it's
key?
padlocked.
Do we have any more keys in there?
I mean, you have a whole
Remember
key
another
ring.
key.
I didn't tell you everything on there.
Oh, I'll pull out the key ring again, start flipping through, and see if I have a key that may work for this. They're all labeled, right? Is there a sewage key?
It's not labeled, but yes, you do find a key that.
Oh my god,
opens
the one key
lock.
that's not labeled.
That
I unlock
itself
it.
is suspect.
Yeah, I unlock it.
Oh, it's labeled by omission.
Exactly.
Does anybody have plumbing or construction? What is everybody's intelligence?
11.
Our score or
my
the times
intelli-
5?
The score.
15.
I got an 18.
18.
Sorry, Mike. What was yours?
13.
Okay. So James and Frank are feeling like this thing is way too big. This based on the size of the cabin, you're kind of looking around. You're noticing another mound, a little ways away, which based on the size of the tank that Roger was showing you in the drawing, it probably indicates another. What am I trying to say?
Secondary
Another hatch?
sewage tank?
I know another hatch to get into it. Also, why was this thing like sticking out? It doesn't look like it's been recently unearthed. You don't normally leave hatches of septic tanks unburied.
Why is it a whole hatch? Like,
It's getting weird.
is it a big, like a person could go down it? Because usually it's just a
no,
tube.
that fits. But you've opened it. Yeah. Okay. You open it, and what do you do?
I try and take a peek.
I'll hold up a flashlight if I've got one.
Yeah.
Make it
I'm
easier.
gonna
to
try
see.
and get like a good look in there and see if I see anything.
So
Odd.
just looking from the top down into the hatch, you don't see a ton.
Oh, is it actually big enough that I have to go down in it?
I mean, you'd have to kind of try and maybe potentially like stick your head in to look towards the other end of it.
What's
It's big.
I'm
what's
gonna.
the smell?
When
of it?
you open it,
It's a sewage
reeks.
septic tank.
it smells like refuse. It smells like the worst combination of just decay that you've ever smelled.
I'm gonna tuck my shirt in and pull some gloves out of my pocket, put them on, leather gloves, and be like, well, I gotta go down and
just
take a
keeps
look.
putting in that's what she said and that's what he said. So you're planning to climb down into the septic tank.
Just a little bit, just enough
Okay.
to like see around.
As the group of you are arguing,
Is there a ladder down into this?
I assume. I
can
assume
you
there
all
was.
you all roll alertness and tell me if you pass.
Alertness.
No, for me.
A pass.
Oh my god. I got an 11.
I
You got an
just
11?
barely passed.
Yeah.
I got a 19.
I got a 31.
Nick, what'd you get?
71.
71? Okay. Well, Chris, what did you get? Did you pass?
Well, my alertness is 40%. I got a 31.
Nice. Okay, so three of you think you hear something from inside the tank. Sounds like water dripping, but also you think you might have heard someone say hello.
Oh god, I gotta go down in there.
Now it's pouring rain out here, right?
It is.
So water dripping isn't that unexpected.
What somebody saying hello is.
Zoe,
If
are
he
you
holds
bringing?
on his
Is,
You heard
is,
somebody say hello.
You're
Is there
hearing
somebody?
things.
is James bringing a flashlight down into the tank?
Of course he is. He has
Great.
his cell phone on him. It has a flashlight on it.
Roll sanity for me, please.
38. What's that for me? That's
Shut
a pass.
up, Sam. It's a pass. We're still gonna take one because you turn around and see. You know when you leave like bread in water for a
Yeah.
really long time, and it
Sog
like
City.
absorbs all of it and it stretches out and then it starts to like break away from itself. I want you to imagine that on a human body. You're staring at something that looks vaguely human, but its flesh has been swollen and distended, particularly as you look lower towards the feet. This thing seems like it's been standing in puddles of water for an incredibly long time. Bits of flesh are falling off of it from various points. And it has these kind of glowing green eyes. And it's looking at you with an incredibly pitiful expression. And it says, "Hello? Are you here to save me?"
Yeah, can you climb out?
Good, Sam. That means it's working. I maybe. If can you come help me though? I think I might be stuck in the puddle down here.
Does it look?
Conversation from the top.
What's your human?
50.
No, Zoe. What's your human?
Oh, sorry.
50 as well.
You can't seem to get a read on her. This whole thing is so fucking weird. She looks like she's been stuck in a septic tank for years.
This up top. Sorry.
I don't know. Is anybody like listening down?
I mean, I think Roger was holding a flashlight up there for me as well.
Yeah.
So I think he's pretty close.
I'm gonna plug my nose and try to listen in as close as I can.
Please,
Like, what the heck is he doing?
I just need some food and I just need to rest and I'll be okay.
Guys, do we have like some rope or something? There's someone down here that needs help.
I can go check the shed. I'll book it to the shed and look for.
Oh, there's definitely rope in the shed.
I'm bringing it back.
Meanwhile, while that's going on, she's just kind of saying like, please help me. My husband was such a sick man. He kept me locked in this prison, unable to die. All I want is to feel the fresh air on my skin.
Question
Again.
of my memory. Did the paperwork that mentioned his wife died about 2 years ago, did it say how she died?
It was cancer.
Cancer. Okay. Cool. I mean, not cool, but got it.
I just want out. I want to be able to see my children again and my grandchildren.
Don't worry, we're gonna get you out of here. We're getting some rope and we're gonna tie it and we're gonna like haul, because I don't think I can carry you up. I'm
Just
gonna be
I
honest,
just-
I'm pretty scrawny.
I just need you to take my hand, please, and I'll be able to help you up, or I'll be able to get out if you can just, you know.
Yeah. Roger,
just
where
kinda
we at on
realized-
that rope?
And just hang on there. I gotta find something to tie it off to. Do you think?
Oh, can you tie it to the top of the hatch?
Yes, I'm sure I can loop it around the top of the hatch, and we can haul from up here.
Okay. You throw the rope down. Roll luck.
Me or him?
Him. 'Cause he grabbed the
Failure.
rope.
60.
Okay, it doesn't quite reach the pool. Goes about halfway down the septic tank. And she's still pleading with you to just
I'm gonna grab the rope
give her
and
your hand.
I'm gonna holler up to Roger and say, "Can you untie it from the top?" I'm gonna-
Yes.
As it doesn't reach her.
Oh, All right, we'll lower it down, and gentlemen, can you grab some rope with me as well in case I'm not strong enough to pull?
I also didn't make the three of you. Have the three of you put together the fact that if this is his dead wife, that she's been dead for like years at this point?
But what if she's not? What if she was just held captive?
I was gonna ask because I wanted to make sure if I heard the conversation or not as I was leaning in, but you said she was wanting to see her husband, her kids,
she wants
and
to see her
grandchildren,
kids.
right?
She didn't
Her
mention
husband
her
was
husband.
terrible.
Yes, she said her husband was
No, sorry.
a sick man. She wants to see her kids and
Yeah, sorry.
grandchild.
So,
Grandchild.
right.
She said grandchildren the first time.
Yeah.
I meant grandchild.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
She's
say, wait a
panicked
second.
down there, you know? She's panicked. She doesn't know what she's saying.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen this, so you know the
Yeah, they don't know what it looks like.
conceivably it's a person who's
Yeah.
just been kept captive. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know.
Fair enough.
I don't have biology.
Okay.
How do you?
All right, Zoe, what are you doing?
Okay. I've got the rope. I'm gonna let it go down until it reaches her. I'm gonna try and coil it around my wrist a bit so I've got a better grip, and try and lower it so it reaches her so she can grab it. And have one hand on the ladder here.
Okay.
But I'm gonna my hand on the ladder, I'm wrapping my elbow into it.
So the rope extends down pretty much to the pool. She leans over, and you see more bits of her arm fall away, until essentially there's just bone.
Oh my god. The water's messing with her down here.
with the smallest amounts of muscle attached to it.
Okay.
And the second she touches the rope, something happens incredibly quickly. You blink, and she has hauled herself all the way up to you, has effectively grabbed your shoulder and vaulted herself up to the hatch. And she's going to pull herself out, and we are going to a bunch of stuff is going to happen at the same time. The three of you up top are all going to roll sanity, because
I am
you're
so
seeing
sorry, fellas.
what is effectively a zombie jumping out of a septic tank at you.
I was kind of hoping it was going to be voice in my head, and nothing was going to happen when I put the rope down.
So roll sanity test. Tell me if you pass or fail.
Success.
Okay, you take 1.
And this is unnatural, I assume.
Yep.
We're rolling for sanity. We're going by what we have by our sanity points to see if we pass or fail with that, right?
Correct. So you roll, and if you roll under that, you succeed.
Sorry, Mike, what were you
Okay,
asking
got it.
about unnatural?
It's an unnatural sanity.
Where
there are
did
3
Mark-
types of sanity loss?
Oh, okay,
Is
right.
Violence, helplessness, and unnatural. If it's
Yep.
unnatural, nothing happens.
Right.
If it's
Yeah, you can't
violence
mark
or
unnatural.
helplessness, you check the boxes.
Okay.
Okay, so looks like I got a 25.
So that's
my
a pass.
sanity points. Yeah.
So you take 1. So you lose 1 point of sanity.
All right.
Nick?
I passed as well.
Okay. Yeah. She jumps out. She looks at kind of the group of you and is just very quickly like, "Thank you. You do not understand how much I've needed this. How amazing this is going to be, not only for me and my family, but for the universe, for all universes."
Is this thing standing in front of the hatch?
Yes.
I want to try and rush forward and tackle it into the hatch.
Oh,
In the hatch.
wow. All right.
Okay. Roll athletics.
Oh no, not unarmed. Unarmed. combat?
Okay. Yeah, unarmed.
I'm trained in unarmed combat, but it doesn't matter. That's a 92.
She
Oh.
she deeks out of her way for a shedding zombie. She moves pretty quickly. And as she jumps out of the way, you also feel a scratch down your back.
No.
And grab that.
Oh shit.
Sorry, I'm rolling for damage.
Gary. While this is happening, I would
3
like to try.
damage.
Sorry,
Yeah.
how much?
3.
3. Okay.
I'd like-
Ow.
I'd like to try and climb out quickly. I'm just gonna let go of the rope and let it drop into the.
Roll athletics if you're going quickly.
Oh God, I don't want to fall. 22. Pass.
Ah, crit pass. Yeah, you haul ass up there and jump out of the hatch.
I'm going to try to run to the shed.
Okay. I will let Roger and Frank decide on doing something because there's been some action that's going on. Nobody's
I'm-
frozen, so
As I'm running, I'm going to scream gasoline.
I'm going for the Camry.
Okay.
Nirvana song?
no, it's a Bush song.
You know what? I'm not gonna kind of think back to like what that note said. I'm gonna follow suit to the shed as well and just kind of see if I can help grab whatever tool, weapon, gasoline I could get.
Shovels and gasoline. This guy
Okay.
going to the Camry.
Well, is the Camry close?
No,
Oh, I'm not close.
We're
enough.
around
the
in
shed's
the back.
closer.
The shed's closer.
Also, yeah, I love that 2 of you just hauled ass, or 3 of you hauled ass away, left Mike there alone with the zombie.
Barry!
Like,
I
She looks like she's about to run, right?
yeah,
No, she was monologuing.
And then she dipped out of the way when you tried to tackle her.
Okay, so what's up? What are we doing?
I'm running for the gas.
well, I'm running for gas and a weapon.
Gas is a weapon.
I mean, true, but you gotta have a backup in case.
You still run into the Camry?
Okay.
I don't think it's a great idea, but I don't think I have better ideas. And a car is also a weapon.
So you guys have
Also,
gone quite.
I like-
You guys are running quite a ways. So
And Gary's on the ground.
yeah, she
Oh, I
is
feel
going to
terrible.
bend down
No.
Oh no.
Gary, no.
and take a bite out of Gary.
Gary, punch her in the face.
For 5 damage.
God damn zombie.
Punch the bread, Gary.
Are we at least close to the shed?
It takes a massive chunk out of your shoulder. Just bleeding
Oof.
flesh. Yeah, you guys are at the shed now.
Okay.
Mike, what do you want to do with Gary?
So
On the
she's like,
floor.
Am I on the floor? Did I fall down at some point?
Well, she went to tackle her, and
Yeah.
you missed, and she scratched you down the back. So maybe
She's
not.
on-
You don't have to be on the floor.
On my shoulder now?
Yep.
Flipper.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that. Or can I try and like pin her down?
Fall onto your back.
That is a move.
Can I Yeah, where's my thing here? I would like to
I've
try
seen
and pin her
wrestling.
down
You can do it.
Okay.
or shove her.
Okay. That's gonna be like an athletics check. Or
Yeah, no, I'm gonna try and shove her again into the.
okay. You're gonna do unarmed combat.
Yeah,
Okay.
the wrestling moves, right? That's up.
Wrestling wet bread.
Okay.
5.
Yeah. You grab her. You kind of like as she bites your shoulder. You kind of
Can I do,
reach
like,
around
one of
back and
these?
like suplex her into the freaking hole in the tank. And I'm assuming you close the hatch.
If she goes in, yes.
She goes in. Well, actually, hold on. Yeah, she goes in.
Then yeah, I'm gonna try and slam that hatch closed as quickly as I can.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm assuming the others are coming back with gasoline now.
Just Frank and James running
Mm-hmm.
up with gallons of gas.
Okay.
Just try and be our quick.
Mike, I'm gonna get you to roll strength. We're gonna do a contested strength check.
She's pushing back.
49.
Hoping somebody has a match here.
I've got a lighter. It's fine.
She pushes up and is able to kind of throw you back enough to open the hatch enough to get her hands up.
I want to
on
throw
the lip.
one of the jugs of gas and try and like smack her in with it.
Okay. Roll unarmed combat.
Unarmed combat?
Yep.
You know, I call
94.
the jerry can a melee weapon.
Nope. You missed.
Can I?
Swung a little high.
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna at least give it a try here.
Okay.
Try to whack her with the jerry can.
Unarmed. Do it.
We're just both smacking her with gas, but
I got a 3.
3? Yeah, that's gonna you knocked you just like you hear the full like thunk as you just smack her across the head and she drops down to the bottom of it again. You guys also
All right, I'm
notice
just gonna-
there's another like small pipe that kind of comes up beside the hatch where you guys have been interacting with. It's an air inlet, obviously at this point, but she's been knocked down. So what are you guys gonna do?
And then she got up again.
We
I
blow
said
it
we
up,
lock
right,
the
guys?
hatch and pour gasoline. Yep, blow it. Just burn it to smithereens.
You start pouring gasoline down in the air vent?
Yeah.
Is that the
Yeah.
plan?
Yeah.
Okay.
locked it up.
She's trying to get out
Grab
of the
it and
hatch
pour it.
still. So
Yeah, but
is
Alright.
anybody-
Did we shut that and lock it?
I don't know. Nobody said they locked it.
I'm gonna try.
Okay, you can lock it if you do it quickly.
I lock it.
Roll dexterity. So dex times 5.
34. That's a pass.
Okay. Yeah, you're quick enough. When Frank comes over and knocks her across the head, you're able to jump in and slam the hatch shut and click the lock closed. And you start pouring the gasoline down the air inlet, and you hear a shriek come out from there. Just basically like, "What are you doing? You said you would help me. What is this?"
I'm gonna yell into the air intake while we're pouring the gas and feel like, I did help you, and then you really hurt my friend, so I'm sorry, but I have to.
I'm a person. You can't just blow me up like this. She's still shrieking. Everybody roll sanity.
Oh, all right.
You bit a chunk out of his shoulder. I failed.
1d6.
Oh my god, that's such a big one.
Crap.
Oh,
Yeah, I got a 78. It's just over my thing.
I rolled a 6.
Oh, great.
Oh no.
Now we get to find out what happens when there is when everybody gets when you get acute insanity. So whenever you roll more than 5 on a single sanity loss, and this is helplessness, you either fight,
Oh, this is
you
helpless.
run, or you freeze. So what does James do, Zoe?
He's gonna freeze.
Okay, stops pouring gasoline down the pipe.
Ooh.
Okay. And Chris, you also failed, right?
Yeah, I got just above it at a 78.
1d6.
All right, here we go. Ah, crap. 5.
Oh no!
There you go. Fight. You're gonna fight. Are you gonna flee or are you gonna freeze?
2 people pouring the gas.
Uh, yes.
Sorry, Chris.
I guess I'm going freeze.
Okay.
We both
The 2
freeze up.
people, yeah, the 2 people holding gas, pouring it in for you guys are both frozen.
We've got one
Frank
guy
and
here.
Roger, what are you guys doing? They both just stopped, went like catatonic.
Did you get the Camry yet, Roger?
Yeah, am I back yet?
Yeah.
I'm driving it around. Okay, can I
You
park
would
it?
have heard that and rolled sanity too.
Yeah, I passed the sanity, so I assume I take 1.
You take 0.
Oh, okay. Can I park the Camry on the hatch since it's like the dirt's mounted, like with the tire on the hatch, front wheel?
Yeah. Roll drive.
Weigh it down. Oh god, don't break the hatch off.
My
Don't.
best skill, and it's a crit fail. Actually, it's an 88.
We're all dead.
So you just misjudged how high that hatch was, and yeah, Chris, you take that amount out of your sanity.
All right, just had to make sure.
It's all good. Yeah, you misjudged it like just a bit, and it scraped across the bottom of the Camry. And even though the tire started to look like you got it on there okay, and then it kind of edged off.
Does he hit any of the people frozen standing next to the
I'm gonna say no.
hatch? Okay.
I'm gonna leave it running, and I'm gonna take over pouring. I mean, I'll grab both cans and start pouring.
Okay. She is still screaming, starting to say things. Her tune is, it starts out very much like, "What are you doing? I'm innocent. He trapped me down here forever." I'm assuming neither of you believe her at this point.
Seeing the gaping wound on Gary's shoulder, and no.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking for something to start a fire.
Well, at that point, her tune starts changing, and she's saying, "Well, if you kill me, you'll never understand the infinite wisdom of the cosmos. You both could have whatever you wanted. You will transcend humanity with infinite knowledge. All you have to do is let me out and allow me to show you the way forward." I'm assuming that isn't going anywhere for you guys either.
She bit Gary.
Gary's mad. And
Nah,
Gary!
screw that.
My wisdom does not include biting people's shoulders, so thank you, but no thank you.
And then, yeah.
It's a 2002 Camry. I'm going to shove the cigarette lighter in so that it's heating up.
Oh.
Perfect. After 30 seconds, it pops out because it's hot enough.
Yep.
And I'm assuming you just toss it down in there.
Tossing it down in there.
You hear a puff and start to hear flames rumbling. The other two are woken up by that point. Suddenly, her voice completely changes. It suddenly dropped to an incredibly deep register, and it just basically goes like, "Fools! You think destroying me will make any difference in the world? Me and my brethren can and will continue to take over. We will make slaves of you all, you ignorant little ants. I've lived for thousands of years and will live for 1,000 more, even beyond this shell. That's all I got." And then with a final scream, you hear the flames. You think you faintly hear a body collapse in amongst the sound of the flames.
Have we dumped all the gas at this point?
Oh yeah, all the gas was down there.
I think we should probably run.
Lit it.
Yeah. Hop in, folks.
Is there enough room for all four of us? I'm gonna run to my car.
Did it wreck, Cody? Sorry, I didn't.
No.
Oh.
But there's not enough room for all of us in it because the back seat's full of stuff.
You gonna worry about seatbelts right now? Just get in.
I will.
But I think the speed. Yeah.
My shoulder.
I'm gonna run to my car.
I will have you guys know it's not gonna it's not gonna explode. Because
I don't know that.
I already described how the flames were working, so like it's eating the gasoline.
I'm gonna take my shirt and rip it and try and like just.
What if she's hiding under the sewage and she's not burning?
Wait.
I mean, it sounded like she burned.
What if she's faking it so that we leave and then she's gonna get out?
You're welcome.
We'll be gone.
And check, yeah.
I don't want to look down there again.
No, you're right. I'm going to my car. I get in my car and start driving. Unless somebody else is getting in my car too.
It's still pouring rain. It's now probably about 7 p.m. Where are you guys heading?
Grab that Foot
maybe.
Locker.
Okay.
And check for medicine. Like if there's first aid or something. I don't know if we would have come across that.
Oh,
sorry. That's
you might remember seeing some in the bathroom in the cabin itself.
Okay. And then we're leaving. Or I'm ready to leave.
Yeah.
I'm not getting out of the car after that.
I've got my car warming up.
Okay. Roger's phone goes off. It's from an unlisted number you don't recognize.
Can you? Oh, never mind. I've got as many hands as you do right now. Hello?
Hey. You realize it's the man who gave you your briefing earlier today. I just got your note at the Marriott. So is it done? You guys all good?
Done. Yes. Good. No, sir. We're about an hour away. Frankly, I don't know.
It's fine. Meet me in the same room when you guys get back as quickly as you can, and we'll debrief.
Yes, do you mind if we stop at a hospital first?
No need. If anybody's injured, we'll get them seen to. Just get here as quickly as you can.
Honey.
Yes, sir.
You don't need that.
All right. I'm assuming nobody talks on the way home.
I mean, just shocked, and all Frank could think of is like maybe that paper about the little green men isn't all that fictional after all.
I'm gonna take my gloves off and like sanitize my hands a bunch as we're driving back, and like rub the sanitizer all over my steering wheel.
I'm just occasionally checking to see how pale Gary's gotten.
I mean, he's still alive, so he's fine.
Yeah, all things considered. Actually, no, I'm not looking so hot. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not looking great.
Okay. You guys get back. The man is still. He's there. He's at the front of the room, waiting for you guys as soon as you get in. Did I give him a name before? I don't think so.
Nope.
He
Cool.
never introduced himself.
Great. Special Agent Fernandez. Sure, we're gonna go with that. It's like, well, it looks like you guys went through quite a bit there.
I went into a septic tank.
Yeah, sorry about that. Look, think of this as something like a bit of a test run of some of the new people, like a hazing thing. Part of you guys have just
Furious with blood loss.
y'all have just gone above and beyond the normal call of being a CIA agent. The truth is that there are things out there which are more dangerous physically and mentally to the public. The agency that handles these things is not what we will call legit. But somebody needs to protect the population from things like this. Would you not agree? I'm assuming you found his wife.
Are you good? Is there going to be medical attention for Gary?
Oh yeah, no, he'll be fine.
Because, like, I'm worried we're going to have to amputate that arm.
Nah, I've seen worse.
That's good to know.
Bites from the dead are just a dime a dozen around here.
All right, so look, we don't got a ton of time because your friend needs to get to medical attention. But just want to, make it clear. It should be fairly obvious that you can't mention any of this to anybody. If you do, they won't believe you anyway. We may call on you again in the future for things such as this because you all have proven yourselves based on your discretion. But do you have any questions before we send you back to your normal life?
Someone gonna pick up the files from the backseat of my car?
Yeah, we'll take care of that.
Okay.
Where are the EMTs?
All right.
We'll get you. We're not going to take you to the hospital, okay? We're going to take you to somebody we know who's a friend of the program that will get you patched up. It'll probably be a vet because it's always a vet. Okay. And that's it. He gives you guys each a plane ticket back to your home city, and that's all she wrote. That's the story.
Fun.
Yes, Gary got seen too. He was medically attended to by a vet.
How long
He's healed.
He got a free doggy treat as well.
So
They didn't make him stay in the kennel overnight.
That was Delta Green Last Things Last, folks. Any of you have any reactions to that before we close off the stream?
I mean, I kind of figured something was maybe up, but I did not call the
Wet bread lady?
wet bread lady.
Oh my
I just keep seeing Sam in chat. I think that was the best analogy I've come up with for that. It was
Tim.
evocative.
Can't believe Gary almost got taken out by a loaf of wet bread.
That was great. That was maybe the most tension I've felt from a game like that. That was awesome.
Good. That's what Delta Green's all about. That's why we love it, because it's hilarious and terrifying all in the same breath.
Yeah.
All right.
Sam and I just burned her last time.
Yeah.
Played it safe.
Oh, okay.
Well,
like, oh, a dead lady in the sewer.
I think she was gonna vault herself out. Oh my god.
Sorry,
I think-
yeah.
I think we should say goodbye to the stream.
Yeah.
So
Thanks for
thanks
watching.
everybody. If you watched it, I hope you enjoyed it. This was something different. It's a game we love, and we'll be back sometime soon, hopefully. Thanks everybody. Take care.